It's
I don't think.
just
I
it's
think
just
metal's
because
easier to. I think it's way easier to roach speeding someone on metal all in than on this map. Like this map is.
Well-
I don't think there's. It's not any different than Lost Temple on the choke. I mean, it's a lot more wide than the old Lost Temple, but still not. It's still not like nearly as wide as metal.
I have the perfect words for this. Well, let me explain it just how I think perfectly. In metal, you can use buildings, like exactly what Cass was saying. You can wall off your front, put cannons behind it, and there's still going to be a side or an area where you can come around with your army, and you just have to force field that area. That's where you're going to attack from. That's where you're going to have your sentry, your stalkers, hopefully picking away at the roaches. It's where you're going to do damage. However, on this map, because it's so wide consistently, there's no area where you can like block half of it with buildings. You have to either block the whole thing with buildings, or just like if you leave an area, the other guy
Let me show you
can
my
still hit
drone.
it.
I'll just build some buildings, like like if you're a Peros, just build one or two gateways here. It's just like 2 hatches, Like, I mean, isn't that like a choke?
yeah,
Isn't
but
this like a pretty small choke?
yeah, but that's
like
three
three
buildings for Hydras.
Yeah, it's going to die really quickly to Hydra or Roach, pretty much.
But all buildings are like that versus Hydras. Like, what's the difference in metal?
That's what I was trying to say. I don't know how to. I guess my words weren't that good though.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Shit, it's hard to explain.
We gotta call Greetorp. He's back.
Yeah.
But in general, like if they just have their army around here, maybe like have a couple of buildings blocking chokes, like even up here, they can just force field and chop off your whole army, as you're running through this choke.
Not if they're behind buildings. And
yeah,
if
you can't
they're
put a force field behind buildings.
yeah, and so if they're in front of the buildings, then it's too wide of a choke to force field it all off consistently against Roachling Hydra or Roachling all in. I think.
Yeah.
At least it's difficult. It's a lot harder than metal because metal, like, you have like a weird area you can come from behind, but here there's that extra opening as you get really close. Like there's a small choke and then there like gets wider, which is not what you want. You don't want it to get wider when you get near your nexus. Excuse me.
Hey, sorry guys.
What's up, baby?
Hey Andre, we missed you.
This is ridiculous.
See,
But anyway,
Stripe,
I
Terrence
apologize.
killing you. And that's what Josh said. But
I mean,
yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I guess it depends how many units you have, but I actually think it's better for you to be wider because you can make a big concave arc around the choke, so that they have to, you have way more surface area. So that actually, like, you can have part of your army guarding that top choke. So I think it's actually good for you in a lot of situations.
that's Protoss, you mean, right?
Yeah, as Protoss or Terran.
Maybe.
But I mean, Terran's never scared of it all in.
Yeah,
I mean, this is way
yeah,
fine for
Siege
Terran.
tanks, yeah, Siege tanks should cover that shit just fine too. Now,
Yeah.
again, this map is a nerf to spine crawlers in a way. They're just making spine crawlers useless, it seems like. Just on every one of these maps. I don't see where you could place them where they could be kind of effective. So this is another map that for Warp Gate will be more used than before, I feel like. What do you
I think
guys
this is like really good for spine crawlers versus any kind of one base like pressure. Like I don't think that this is much different than Lost Temple.
Where would you put him?
I could guess I could move some drones, build some, but
Okay,
kind of just put them out here.
okay, where you're
just-
building that spine crawlers should be off range of your creep that you get from your natural, no?
What about like the two here? I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
guess
think
could-
that's it's not any worse than Zelnaga's way opener this, right? Metal's way opener this, and Zelnaga's like not even close to this.
Yeah, you're actually right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess the natural's like kind of like Zelnaga. It's just that the entrance is kind of farther away.
Hey, how come you got so many units? This stream.
Don't know.
I don't think I can hold off this kind of push though. Two spine crawlers.
Yeah, not with 11.
That'd be scary, huh? If you fast expo to come with this army.
Yeah.
And this is why Terran is overpowered.
Yeah, I'm just building stuff.
Banner up, dude.
I had to say it because I knew you'd say something and that you're back.
Anyways, this is one of the most standard maps out of the ones that they released, though.
Yeah. Well, I think that's just because it's just Lost Temple with like 2 or 3 changes. Basically like no island, just you can just walk to the island from rocks, and then they change the middle. I think it's just basically those 2 changes.
The middle change.
Those changes are both. Those are both good changes for Zerg, probably. So.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But
The ledge,
I feel like
yes.
the middle is too good for Zerg, though.
Yeah, I think it's probably too good too.
Can't even select it all.
Cross
Yeah.
positions, lol, lol,
Yeah,
lol,
see
lol.
you. Alrighty, so let's move on to the next and